Welcome to Building with KC. This is my long-term survival world, where my single goal is to create an immersive environment with detailed lore. From one gatehouse into our city, all the way to our second. Of course, this isn't just my world, as I play in this world along with my wife and my best friend who has his own village or city right here. This world is creaming with lore, from the individuals on the island to the elven mages of my brother. And today's episode is no different, as I've got huge plans. The city is great when you look at it from the outside, but as we travel into the village, you start to notice a distinct lack of, well, things. This is where today I would like to add in a market square right bang in the center. So if you want to join me on this adventure, do me a favor, leave the video a like and hit subscribe. And without any further ado, let's get into the episode. Now the first thing that I want to do is I want to take the road and run it all the way through the city to the other gatehouse, and I'm going to add in elevation. The road is in place, it's got elevation, and it goes all the way up to here where the market square is going to be. And a quick look on the map, you can see the roads are now connected. We have something going through our city. It's going to look more than just a couple of buildings soon. And I think the first thing I want to work on is an outline. Probably an outline is a good idea, right? Yes, outline. Let's go. I done it. We cut the footprint. This is the size of the market square. It is huge if you look at the size on the map. It's bigger than both of the keeps, but that's fine because this is going to house every corner here will have at least 7 shops. Well, possibly 7. We could use the tower as one. You get 3 here, 6, 12. There's going to be room for 24 shops in this market square, and that's not counting the market stalls that are going to go around the outside, or rather in the interior, not around the outside. There may be some perched against the walls on the outside though. Who really knows? I guess the future us know, don't they? Yeah, they do. Anyway, I need to start working on some of these, and when you've got a huge build, I always say pick out sections that you want to work on. And I think that the first thing that I want to do is get some sort of color palette in. I want to know exactly what blocks I'm going to be using. So I've come up with this color palette, which I quite like. I like the darker stone for the smaller bits and the thinner bits. And then the bigger bits, we've got a lighter stone. Obviously, these are recessed one in both orientations. Recessed one back here too. But I like the way these complement each other, although I'm not so fond of the height. I think I've got to work on that. But the way I do my builds is I like to break them down into pieces and work on them individually. And the first bit that I kind of want to work on is this bit right here. Some work has been done, and I think we get a really good idea of what this final product is going to look like. You can see the different colors that we're going to have in here. And obviously this is going to go all here, here, and here. I've got a lot of work to do, but I want to just take a moment to work on this roof right here. This is going to be my first goal. Then I want to work on this inside, moving down, and then we could get these towers in place on all 4 corners. That's my first task. Let's get the roof sorted. I've done some work on the roof of this, and I really do like it. I think it's really, really cool. I have decided, aside from the roof, this is not going to be a square, but we'll get to that in a bit. Back to the roof. I like this. I love it. It's got so many things going on with it. This just came together so naturally. It just came together. And I really, really like it. Not sure how we're going to merge it on the sides yet, but that's not my worry right now. My worry right now is to get this basic tower repeated 4 times. I've got the 4 towers in place, or at least the roofs, and it looks really, really cool. It's already starting to bring immersion to this market square. My wife says they look Asian. Maybe they do. I was going for Viking, but I like them anyway. I love how you can see the house just off there in the distance. Look. So cool. I love that. It's so nice. I love this new computer. Anyway, my next task is to get these done properly, because right now there's just a roof on it. I finished all 4 towers, and they are very, very slightly different. So let's talk about them briefly. Each one has a direction they're pointing in them. So we've got a W for west, north, east, and south. And we've got different bells in each, even though some of them do look alike. Gold, bronze, iron, And silver, this silver one is subject to change. I'm going to talk you through the bells. Gold, sorry, bronze, because this points in the direction of my buddy's kingdom, and he loves the color bronze. Gold, I plan a dwarven mountain kingdom over in that direction, and dwarves love gold. Iron, because there's going to be like an industrial district, or rather an industrial kingdom over in this direction somewhere. And then this one is subject to change because my wife hasn't really got a metal that she likes or uses a lot. So for now it's silver, and that will change when she finally comes up with one. But I think this looks really, really good. But there is a small mistake. You see, when the architects designed these, they made a huge blunder. And that was here. If we look at this, this is here. This beam goes across here, look. We got like 2 fences here. And it's the same on that one and that one. But on this one... Sorry, nope, not this one. This one. This one! I know it was one of them. This was the first one I did. You can see it's actually a little bit further down. So, you know, hey ho, it's all good. Anyway, I'm not changing it. I'm not changing it. It's a small mistake and I kind of like it. I like the idea of running with little mistakes like that, as if the architects who built it made a mistake. It just makes the world feel a bit more alive to me. And it doesn't bother me that much, if I'm being honest. Now, my next goal is to get this repeated here, 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 here. Well, you get the picture. I've done it! We've got 3 monstrosities now, in addition to the original monstrosity. I like this. It's taken me a long time to do this. This was a lot more work than I thought it was going to be, to be fair. I thought, oh, you know, an hour, maybe 2, tops. No, this took me about 6 hours. It's so awkward getting all of these right and everything. But they're in place. They're done. And while I was doing this, I started to think about the corners here. And it's like, well, I kind of want these corners to be no longer towers. Because if they're towers... Oops, wrong button. Nope, wrong button again. If they're towers, you can see with this square one, it's looking more like a fort. And I don't want that. So I want to try something a little bit different here. I want to bring them a little bit higher so that they're in line with, say, this roof right here. And have the building jut out a bit, horizontal and vertically, so it's like a cross instead. And I'll get a little bit of a mock-up done, and then I can show you what I mean in more detail. So this is the kind of proof of concept that I'm going for. You can see here, instead of being a square tower, it ends up more like this cross. We're going to have these roofs coming out here. I'm unsure exactly how I'm going to do this just yet. I might make it a bit tall like I've made this one, so that the roof does stick out a bit over it. But ultimately, I'm not 100% sold on that because it is an odd shape, which I like, and it's unique in that feature. But it's also very difficult to build with. Anyway, I'm not going to worry about them now. I just wanted to get sort of like an idea. You can see here on the map, we go from being more like a fort to still being like a fort, if I'm being honest. So I didn't really accomplish much, but I think when we get the roof on, it's going to look a lot different. But for right now, I think I'm going to try and get the roofs in place for all of these, because right now we can see through them. And with the roofs on, this is what it looks like. These roofs are taking forever. I think I said that in the last clip, but it's true. They really, truly are. But I've got them in. I've dangled a lantern just down here. We've still got this bit behind here to figure out. I haven't figured out exactly what I want to do here yet. I don't know whether to bring the purple up or rather the reddish like stuff we've got going here around, or if I want to leave it until I do the insides and border them out more. We'll probably get rid of these inside bits, if I'm being honest, so that we can board it up properly. I don't know just yet what I want to do with those. But I do know that I want to get these towers in place, and I've decided I'm going to bring these up just a little bit higher than what these are. I'm thinking about the same height as this, but I'm not entirely certain yet. We'll see. I want to get some work done on them because I definitely want to get them in place, because they're the only thing really kind of spoiling the feel here. You can see, we can see over there. But there is one other thing that I did. I changed these out. Originally, these were these, where are they? They're somewhere in my inventory. They're there, they hide. There were these tiki torches. But the problem with these tiki torches is, as nice as they are, when you get so far away, they just don't render in. They just stop rendering completely. There, look. You can see. It's just no longer there. They don't render. So it kind of defeats the point of having, like, spikes on top. So I went with a chain in an anti-gravity situation with a lantern that's not properly attached. But when you're down here on the ground, you don't really notice that the lantern isn't attached. And I think it looks really good. It definitely gives the feel that I want to do. This is getting very gothic and very evil feeling, which is not at all what I wanted, but I'm liking it, so I'm keeping it. Anyway, my next goal. Let me get on them. After quite a long time, it is finally done. The roofs are all done. I'm so happy, so glad. It was such a pain to do. We've gone with a very similar style to what we've got here, over here. Although I didn't want these to feel as grand or as big as these, so we only got, 4 here, not 5. But I do think they look really, really good. Now, I'm not going to have this lumber here. This is going to go away. There's going to be a door in there. But I think what I want to start to do is focus on featuring out the shops. So I think I'll probably start on the green ones since there's more of them, and then move my way over to the pink ones. Work has been done. This is what it looks like now. We've only got this section to do, but over here we've got the brick, we've got the outlines, we've got all of the good stuff. These signs, these are generic general store signs. Bearing in mind, these will be different per the store, but there's no interior. There's no interior. And oh look, there's no backside. Well, actually, joke's on you guys, because actually, there is a backside to each one. I've made sure to do the backsides of each and every one. If you take a look here, you can see these are the market stalls. We've got little market stalls on the back as you're coming up and into the marketplace. I showed this to my wife and she says, oh yeah, this is great. Look, you can go, yes, I'll have that. Thank you very much. And die. But that's not. It's a good business decision, because you see then when you buy products and you fall off the end and you die, well, you see the storekeeper could just come out, fall over the end, not die, pick up all the belongings he sold you, put them back in his store, and then rob you and put all that money in his store. And you get nothing, and he gets everything. Good business strategy. So now I'm going to turn my attention to these pink bits. We've got, 2, 4, 6, only 8 of these to do. And I want to get them done next. Just like that, and I'm back, bro. Okay, yeah, listen to that song. I like it. Okay, sue me. Whatever. Actually, I just sang the song, so I could get a copyright strike, so I couldn't get sued. Nah, it's not going to happen. Never going to happen. Could happen. Probably could happen. Probably should delete it. Not going to delete it anyway. I've done it. I've got these in place. We've got each of the 4 in place, and I've partly done the outside. If we zoom through here, this is the market stalls that are going on the back end, and you may notice that there's nothing on the back wall here, like there is here. My plan for this is to actually tie this into the shop, so there'll be a door here that can then go inside. So the shop that's here would also have a market stall on the back side. The only trouble is that I don't know where I want to put the door, because there's going to be a staircase back here somewhere going up to a second floor, and so I've not done it until I do the interior. We're going to sleep. It's one of the rare times we've actually got everybody online. Look, all 3 of us are online. It's really, really cool. You often forget that there's other players on the server. It's usually just me and my wife, but my buddy's on now, which is great. So now I've got these done, I'm going to turn my attention to getting the floor done in here, because this grass is breaking the immersion for me. So I want to get this grass replaced, and I probably want to get this linked up to here too. So as you come through and into the place now, you can see that the market square actually looks like a market square. So first off, we've got the traditional market squares, and I love the way that these look when you look on the map lock. They look so cool on the map, and I like that, and they look so cool here. These are a variation of oak and spruce with a little bit of dark oak on here. And yes, I went and I did individual colored lighting for each one. This took a long time to do, and I've just realized I'm missing some dark oak up here. Look, how did that happen? I checked all of these. Oh man, someone's moving my dark oak behind my back. We got the crates, you got the barrels, they're all ready to be rented out. Then each of the intersections, we've got a little garden with some hanging lamps, some benches to sit down on, and some statues of some mobs. I wasn't sure what I wanted to put here, and I like these statues, so I thought, yeah, you can do these out of any block. I chose gold with the emerald battle axe. Looks really, really good. I like these benches because you can actually sit on them, so people can sit when they're walking around here. It's getting to night, and I don't have my night vision on, so you can see this place is quite well lit. Now, it's the same on all 4 corners. The only slight difference is the sign here. This says east. This says north with a list of things. Abyss's Land is north, my wife. And then to the south, we have Geldar. It's a little signpost showing you which way to go. And if we take a look around the other side, this doesn't actually have a signpost. This has a wooden plank. But that's because one of these doesn't. I haven't done this bit just yet, and you'll see why when we get to it. It would be the last one that I fly to, wouldn't it? There you go, look, we got a little bit of a map of the area right here. But I'm trying to get the map to, okay, it's not letting me have the map back. I'll have to break that to get the map back. But I want to put the map of the city in each of these as you come in. But obviously, I haven't got a map of the city just yet, just that. And as you can see on this map, I've gone ahead and I've started to fill this out some with dirt. So that's good. But all in all, this looks really, really good. I don't think I showed you the notice board. People can put advertisements here for their stores. And we've got the knight statues. And the way the stores are going to work is this store, number 1. Nope, that's number 15. This one's at number 1 here. Number 1. This is going to be the store where you come in and you can purchase a permit to then rent a stall. As for the stalls, this quadrant over here is going to be for other kingdoms to come and put stalls in. So other kingdoms can rent ones from this quadrant, but we're going to have the rest of it for our kingdom because we're going to have loads and loads of farms in the end. So we're going to need it all. Anyway, my next task is to begin working on the insides of the shops. Now, I'm not going to go into the detail in the insides of the shops, but I'm not going to put any furniture inside the shops. I just want to get them lit up, floors, roofs, staircase in, that kind of stuff. Just, you know, the normal, typical day-to-day things. The insides of the shops are now completed. Didn't take me as long as I thought. Let me walk you through it. We'll go into this one right here. Each shop is empty. It has this kind of floor. We got the trim on the outside and the detail on the inside. And then you can go up a ladder, pop out, upstairs. I haven't done much upstairs. The idea is whoever rents the shop will get to decorate this how they want. And if we go into the big shops, you can see these ones actually have a staircase going up, not a ladder. And so we go up and we're upstairs. And I've deliberately not put a floor here because I would like the idea that whoever is a shopkeeper, we're using jetpacks on the server. People are flying on the server. It's a norm to fly. I want them to be able to just literally fly into their shop with ease. So ease of access. Now let's get in to one market square because this is actually a store. This is the permit store. So to rent anything here, you need a permit. We've got the small store permits here. We've got the large store permits. And we've got the corner store permits. Permit must be displayed above the door. You can see everything here. There is a sales tax. So these permits cost 5 emeralds, 8 emeralds, and 15 emeralds up front. And then the corner stores take a 25% cut, as do the small stores, whereas the larger stores take a 33% cut of your profits. And then you must pay them in here. Market stalls are here, where you can rent just a stall. There is a 10% sales tax on these stalls, although if you're an allied nation, if you have a market stall, not a shop, but a stall, there is no sales tax. You just pay for the permit up front. Try to bring trade into it. And I'm sectioning this off into districts, okay? So this corner right here is the foreign district. This is where other nations can set up stores. So my buddy and my wife can rent stalls only in this quadrant. The other 3 are reserved for the city. And we'll get into the reasons why I've done that in the lore episodes. But I just like the idea that the city needs to support itself first, but it is providing a room for allied nations. Now with that completed, I've only got these towers to go. And I've got an idea. I want to drape a banner, a huge banner, coming down both sides of this to signify this is a market. And I want to try and put an emerald on it. I don't know how well that's going to go, but I'm going to give it a go. The towers are done. I've gone with like a draping banner effect with an emerald on it to signify this is the market square. And it's basically the same on each side. Is that missing blocks up there? No, it's just because it comes out a little bit. But yeah, I've tried to keep it simple, also looking fancy. I've decided to leave these 2 areas blank. I think it just emphasizes the emerald diamond that we've got going on there. Again, didn't do anything up there. I just kind of like the way that these look from down here. If we go into here and we look down here, they just look quite nice up there, and I like them like that. Now, inside, we haven't really done much. I've put down a dark oak floor. So this dark oak floor is the exact same as the palette used here, just different woods used. And again, with this one is spruce, but it's the same as well. So you can see we've tried to keep them similar while also making each and every one unique. This one has an elevator in the middle that takes you up to the second floor and the third floor. Again, I thought about doing a staircase, but I wanted you to have a lot of room to play with in here, and you do. And so I'm happy with that. This build has taken me almost an entire week of constant building to build. In the beginning, we just had open fields of grass. We added in the road to go right through the center of our city, where we began erecting a huge structure that would serve as our kingdom's market square. In total, this market square contains space for 68 different unique shops. And with that, our kingdom is ready to begin rolling in the dough and making emeralds hand over foot. So that's where I'm going to bring this episode to end. Guys, I've been working in all my free time on this episode for well over a week. It's taken a long time to get this done, and I'm super happy with the result. So if you could please like the video and share it with your friends, it would mean a lot to me. But as always, I'm Casey. You are the awesome folks. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care now. Bye.
Living is a life with meaning. I'll do what I love till my heart stops beating. I'm feeding this demon. Got a taste, can't erase bitterness in my face. Work a job every day till your dreams fade away. Like a card, never change. Play the game that we say. I need a break.